Good morning, Andy. Looks like you're well, now it's saying nobody's watching. So we'll give it a couple minutes yet. We'll wait for others to show up, then we'll start on the conversation. Are you still here, Andy? But it's a nice sunshiny day. Good. Can you hear me all right? I guess you can hear me all right because you answered. Oh, I wonder where everybody is this morning. Or they're not interested. Good morning, Nubs. Good morning, woman of spirit. Hi, Jan. Hey, cuz. Had a thief in the night. Andy says it's gloomy. She just finished raining there. Good morning, Dawn. Let me open up my stream. Good morning, Sun Dynasty. We're going to give at least 5 minutes for people to get in here before we start on the topic. But if you guys want, type in good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Dragon. I want to know what animals everybody are raising. That way I can turn towards those animals on how you can make extra income on your channel. I mean, on your homestead. I know people are raising quails and rabbits. And let me see if you have anything else. Okay, we got quail and rabbits so far. Anybody have other animals that they're raising? Yeah, Jan, so do I. I just have rabbits right now because I became allergic to the quails, to their feather dander. Quail, chicken, chow chow, thinking about rabbits, garden flowers, pigs, and sheep's incoming as the weather warms up. Okay, pigs, sheep, and Dawn has hydroponics, which is great. Good morning, Kevin, at Tubers Chat. You guys want to grow your channel? You better subscribe to Tuber Chat. Muscovy ducks, or I'll just say ducks. Thank you very much, Kevin. I don't know what jellyfish are, Nubs. Or you mean goldfish? Good morning, Echo. Today we're going to be talking about different way. Yeah, goldfish. Okay. Today, in a few minutes, we're gonna get into different ways you can make extra income on your homestead. If you have extra herbs, you can always sell them dried. If you have medicine herbs, you can make your tinctures and that and sell those as well. Hey, BC. Oh, you can't make it? Okay. Oops. Okay. Good morning, Matt. Now remember, in 12 hours, Matt goes live too. Well, Kelly, you would be a good co host today because of your website. So if you want to come up, you're welcome to. Let me drop the link. Yes, Kelly, you. There's the link. Okay, let me find. Moving so fast I can't. There we go. Thank you, Echo. Come on up, Kelly. Now, everybody knows, you could compost and sell your extra compost as fertilizer. Alrighty, Kelly. We'll see what you can do. Oh, yes. That's why I say that's when I said sell your dried herbs because you can make teas out of them, and even dried herbs can be used for other things. No, right now, BC, we want to keep it to people who knows what different things you can sell on your homestead to make more money. Yes, Snubs, bunny berries can be sold. Yeah, you have to dry it and sell them. Oh, wow, Matt. Way to go. See, Matt's got it going. He's on this. I touch on this topic a lot. Okay, now with the herbs, you can sell the herbs as teas, tinctures, salves, all of that. Oh, I better add bees because I know some people have bees and some people are thinking about it. So we'll start off with quail. You can, if you don't have a freeze dryer, because I know a lot of people don't have freeze dryers, you can freeze dry. I mean, you can dehydrate with your dehydrator. You can dehydrate the heads, the feet, and the wings for dog treats. You can use the eggshells to make jewelry or knickknacks by cleaning them out and by blowing the eggs instead of cracking them. You can also dry the shells up and crumble them and sell it as calcium supplements for gardens, birds, or even people. Good morning, Buster. That you can add it to your, to smoothies and stuff. Now the feet, you can, if you do like Edgar Bait does, and plate the feet, you can use it, electroplate the feet. You can make jewelry out of it. Yeah, that's what I was saying about powdering it, because you can use it for that, for your garden, for your other animals, and for yourself. As, and congratulations, Matt. Good morning, CB. Okay. Now, you can also, if you get too many quail and are processing and you don't feel like doing all the heavy duty processing, you can do the cervical dispatch and freeze them for other animals to eat for raw feed. You can take the skulls, boil them, and pull all the skin off, all the meat and everything off the skulls. And you can either sell them like they are, because there is a high demand for skulls. You can electroplate them and make them into jewelry, or you can keep them pure white or paint them and make jewelry or other kind of decorations with them. So those are some things you can do with things relating to quail. Now, the things that I said about quail, you could do with chickens as well. You have a blessed day too, Brandon. Wonderful, Buster. That's 76 percentage. Yes, that is great, Buster. You know what? I just noticed something. There's somebody on here that should be made a moderator. Good morning, PJ. All my regulars should have moderator buttons now. Oh, I didn't get Dawn one. Okay, let me get Dawn one too. Okay. Now with bees, everybody knows you can sell the honey, extra honey. You can also sell the extra honeycomb or the extra pollen. You can sell the honey, the bees, the extra pollen, the honeycomb, you can, and beeswax. So there's different ways. Yeah, Nubs. No, you're unique. Oh, you can. Hey, dinosaur omelet. Oh, dead bees. Never knew about that. Oh, and you put a cooler of eggs up by the road? And see, that's another thing. Not only making cash, you can use them as cash by using the barter system. Matt, you know you have to take care of your animals. No, they're not hard to build, but it can be time consuming. Okay, you got ducks, guineas, goose, turkey. Well, that will go with all produce, I'm going to have to say, because you can sell the extra eggs on those, PJ. You can, of course, sell the wings as dog treats. The feet and backbones you can sell for bone broth if you don't want to do it all yourself. Well, CB, I had two born yesterday. I'm jealous, Kelly. Yep, that is good. If you got the extra walnut trees you want to get rid of. Okay, what did I miss here? Ah, see, you can barter a lot of things. Now, on all animals that you end up butchering, putting in freezer camp, you can do their heads. Now, you can either boil them, or if you have black soldier flies, or even mealworms, you can put those skulls in that tub and they'll take care of it for you so you don't have to do all the work. We were supposed to get storms yesterday. We didn't get anything. But Matt, you do have your website. And if you don't have a website, you can always use eBay or even Amazon to sell stuff. I had 2 kits yesterday. She didn't pull fur, hasn't pulled fur yet. So we'll see. Yeah, but we're trying not. That's a good idea if you have extra room. But most of us don't like strangers in our homes. Hey, Miss Slim, go ahead, Nubs. You see the link up there? I'm sure I pinned it. Yeah, I pinned it. Slim Twiggy, how you doing? There you go. That is great. And yes, you guys, QuailCon is only 126 days away. Dawn, in a little bit, I'll give you a total of what all I have, how many animals I have. Morning, Nubs.
Hey, how you doing? How's everybody in chat?
Oh, I'm crazy as ever.
Fun, fun. So there are so many ways to make money. Let's be honest.
Yes, anything that's you can throw away, you can find a use for it. Anything you normally throw away, you can find a use for it.
I would say that if I had the land for a homestead, maybe 40 acres or whatnot, I would
You don't
definitely.
even look what
No,
I'm
I'm
doing.
saying like I'm getting into a whole on like I've got a plan where I've got multiple phases where I'm going to be making money left and right type deal.
Yeah.
So that'd be
Well,
a little bit bigger scale than what you're talking about specifically with what you're doing.
it
Nevertheless, I'm sure there's a couple of people with bigger farms and whatnot.
a lot, yeah. There's some people with bigger farms, but a lot of us have just small farms. Now, me, I do everything out of an apartment.
Right. And I'm in the boat with you where I'm in a house. So, I mean, I have a little bit more room, but not much. And it's a rental, so I can't change things.
Uh huh. Okay, what's some of the things that you can do now
Some
for
of the
making
things that
money?
I can do now, obviously the fish and everything like that. I've actually been very seriously contemplating going out and buying buckets or starters for black walnut, because I can have buckets in my backyard growing them, and then once they're able to go into the ground, they'll already be 2 to 3 years old type deal.
Uh-huh.
The other thing I've also thought about with that is I've worked for farmers in the local area and see if I could rent some land from them for, a couple of years and do some black walnut on there.
Yeah. Yeah, now black walnut is a great thing that you can do. But if you got old apple trees, you could sell that for smoking wood. Cut that up
Yep.
and yeah.
Yeah. The other thing that I'm looking at once I get the land that I'm looking at is it's not necessarily directly tied to homesteading, but it would definitely be tied to mine, which is airsoft for the kids. That's
What is
30 bucks a
airsoft?
pop per person.
What is
And there's no
airsoft?
airsoft is basically, do you know what paintball is?
Yeah.
It's paintball without paint.
Oh, okay.
But so it's a military game in essence, but you have 50 to 100 people at 30 bucks a pop every day throughout the week. I mean, you're making almost $100,000 just working weekends on that.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that
So,
that's all. I
okay.
just came up to say hello and give you a couple of really quick ideas that are a little bit bigger stream that would be more for the audience than yourself, but nevertheless.
Yeah, what we're doing is we're looking at ways that our homestead itself, running it like it is, how we can turn around making a buck with what we got.
Fair enough. I did also want to mention that as somebody that does construction and landscaping,
Uh-huh.
um, I'm definitely I've opened up an aspect of my business where I'm looking to do trade. So if you need things done, like bigger jobs, longer term type thing, um, hit me up. Not necessarily you, because the apartment takes care of it, but if you're needing to build a barn down in Chat or something like that, um, that's the kind of thing that I'm getting into. So
Yeah, but how far what state are you in?
I'm on Minnesota, but I'm willing to travel if it's the right
Okay.
job type deal. So I mean, if
Right.
you're gonna be saying, yeah, I need an addition built on my house, I'll get in my
Uh-huh.
truck. Yeah, like,
CB, he's in Minnesota, but he's willing to travel for a good enough job.
and like I said, I do trade. So I mean, as long as certain things are trade and donation, because donation and trade to me seem like a much better way to do things because we all
Yeah,
benefit then.
yeah, because if you do it cash, then you got the dumberment trying to take the other share.
Well, that's where donations come in. If I don't set, let's say you wanted a house and I don't set a price and I say I'm going to come out and build this, you're going to cover certain aspects of it with your funds, and then everything else that you would like to give me is all donation.
Uh-huh.
So it works out pretty well because they can't deny that it's a donation. If I
They
build
have
a
to,
house for $1,000, then well,
yeah, and room and board.
right, right. There's certain accommodations. Nothing comes free.
Right.
But anyways, I just wanted to pop up and say hello. You have a great
All
Sunday.
right.
I'll
You
jump
have a
back down and
blessed
chat.
day. Okay. You have a blessed day. You need a farmland or a farm hand. I think that L's supposed to be an H. I think she meant farm hand. Well, get hold of Nubs. Well, my helper retired because he doesn't know how to close um, doors and let Lucy out twice in 1 week. So I'm back to cleaning my own cages, which is fine, which means I'm not spending so much on tobacco and tubes. Okay, now back to the topic. I'm still waiting for Kelly to get up here. Now with the pigs, there is so much with pigs that you can save. You can make their skin into leather and pig leather, even if it isn't cured, if it's just salt cured. You can make drum skins with it and everything. No, there's part of it that you could eat it or you could make leather out of it. I used pig skin when I made drums. They would be probably um, the gel caps. They could probably use the thick gel caps for them. Nubs says he'd be back soon. But the whole thing is a sheep, depending on the type of sheep you get. If you got wool sheep that needs sheared, you can sell the fleece. And there are so many things that you can do, even with the male sheep that you're gonna process. Oh, you're saying BBs. Okay. Yeah, if you had somebody to do the on-site cleaning service, like Matt said, would be cool. Yeah, because if you had that, Dawn, you would be able to have your animals. Verbals, how are Smokey's kits? Smokey had 7 kits, and they're doing good. But I had a surprise birth yesterday. Yeah, another surprise. She did not pull any fur. So I've got 8 that are 4 weeks old, 7 that are 5 days old, 1 that is 3 days old. 3 weeks old, and 2 that are 24 hours old. So 8 and 7 is 15, 16, 17, 18. I have 18 kits. So now going on with our things. With rabbits, if you wait a couple months a couple months longer than normal, then you have hides that you can sell. Even if you don't, you have ears that you can sell for dog treats. You have rabbit feet that you can sell for Lucky Charms, and you got the rabbit tails. That's true. And you can give them little extras. Yeah, I've got a lot of rabbit meat, so I won't have to breed until about QuailCon time. Instead of it calling a big brother, big sister, Matt, you should think of it as mentoring. Jennifer, if you found anything like that near me, let me know because I haven't been able to find anything. So, Matt, I would say get hold of your local 4-H group or your local junior high or even high school and see if anybody wants to learn any trades that you can teach them. You got a well of information on solar energy, etc. Yeah, so if anybody could find land that I can rent for what the owner pays in taxes, I wouldn't mind being a sharecropper farmer. 1 acre of land, and I'll sharecrop all the animals I raise on it. But see, everything's a giving. It all depends on what people are willing to pay, and some people are being driven too much by greed. But if I just had even a half an acre, I could do a lot on a half an acre. And when I get done, there would be no lawn to speak of, at least no grass. I'd be growing food instead of grass. Here, we're not supposed to get rain until Tuesday. It's supposed to get up to 79 today. I got to put windows in after this. So here's a funny story. I was driving someone yesterday, and on the way home, I saw a yard sale. So I turned around and stopped. They didn't have it because of rain. I heard quail, and while seeing the nice size of their adults, I bought a few babies from them. That's cool, Andy. Wait a minute. And Andy's in Oklahoma. I mean, Buster's in Oklahoma, rather, Andy. Good morning, Sue. Good morning, Ken. You made it. We don't get any more rain till Tuesday. We were supposed to get rain yesterday, and I don't think we got a drop. Good morning, Vicky. Yeah, it's what? 7:45 or 6:45, Vicky? Well, I don't know where Kelly is. Did she leave, I guess? Most of ours was north of us, so it missed us totally. I'm in the area that gets missed a lot by the storms. It's either north or south of us. Amen on that, cuz. Hey, Nikki. See, that's another thing you can do. If you don't have a swap near you, you can always see about organizing one yourself. No, Andy, you're not brain dead. You have some timers. Sometimes you remember, sometimes you don't. That's what they call it in Hawaii, some timers. Is that you're west by 2.5 hours from Lawton, Buster? Okay, about 2.5 hours west of Efala. Nikki, you doing pretty good at the swap this morning? Matt's conditions are mostly cloudy with temperatures of 51. Wow, Matt, that's kind of chilly. The wind's blowing from the southwest at 9 miles per hour, and the current humidity is 47. Let me see here. It's already 73, and the wind is blowing from the south at 19 miles an hour. That's what we had yesterday, Andy. It was so gloomy, and at times it was actually dark where I had to have lights on. You have a blessed day, Dragon Girl. Oh, wow. And I don't think you mean an actual turkey. Yep, I can understand that. An actual turkey took out your side mirror? Wow. Actual wild turkey? Did you go back and see if it killed it? Because I would have gutted that and Saved it for dinner. That would have been a little meal. Well, it's breeding time of year for a lot of animals. Yeah, roadkill is free food. Oh, bummer. Oh, remember Monday I told everybody, I told Katrina I didn't know where my sleeves were? Well, I found them that very night, right after I ordered another pair. Gotta see where the thumb hole is. Okay. Well, these are pretty long. Goes almost to my armpits. Don't let them free range, CB. Yep, I'll be using those later today. Yep, and that's what happened. That's why I went ahead and ordered them before I looked. Because if I wouldn't have ordered them, I wouldn't have been able to find these. Because I know how things run for me. Let's see, these are pretty. And I don't much go for pretty stuff. I look for yeah, wire trash basket from your Dollar Tree. That's a good idea. Good morning, Sue. The Bud Files is Sue, and she is a great channel to go to. And we know Aaron and Christina must be busy with kids things this time of year. Now's the time to get your tickets. Let me double check and see if there are camping tickets available still. Okay, it looks like there's still camping passes available. Let's see, camping passes, and that's per campsite, $40 per campsite. Camp area is tree-lined field with a portable restroom and trash cans. Bring your own tent and supplies. Your camping pass is good for 3 nights, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. And see, that's what it looks like. So you want to get those camping passes ASAP because they go fast. Those are treat jars, yeah. Yeah, it's $40 for the whole weekend. And a hotel, you'd be lucky to get one room for $50 a night. Yeah, those jugs are actually full of dog treats. CB, ask Steve what it was like camping in the rain. Because I think it was the year before last, we got drowned. But it didn't stop anybody. Yeah, this is $40 for the whole weekend. Well, if you got a waterproof tent, you'll be fine. Or you can always sleep in your vehicle. See, look at there. In 2022, it was wet, but the ground did not puddle. Yeah, we got soaked. Oh, you don't have to worry about that. They're pretty good about that. And if it does get stuck, they'll be able to help you get out. You don't have to worry about that. Good firm for cars and campers. Yeah, they got the tools to be able to pull you out. The only person that got stuck was the one that locked their keys in their RV. I wonder who that was. Andy, did you lock your key in your RV? This is great. Oh, it wasn't you? I wonder who it was. That's a smart way. Your van was so full it was pathetic. Had to buy more clothes because James would not get ready to get out of the rain. I think they have a central campfire. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Well, the guy downstairs got a lot of company this weekend. And he's been blaring his TV pretty loud. I know, Lucy. Yeah, and then you got the quail dinner on Saturday. And you got food trucks that are there. Then afterwards, if you're hungry, or earlier, if you're hungry, you can cook at the fire rings. Okay, you guys, I gotta get more coffee. CB James is Steve's grandson. Quilcott, yeah, it's like a family reunion without all the fighting. Oh, Steve, I want to show you something. I polished my nails on Thursday after I cut them, and the polish is already off. You see the little white here was a fleck of nail polish because it flecks off of my hand so easy. When walkie-talkies first came out in 2000, we used them at Disney. There were so many different languages spoken and could hear at different parks. Walkie-talkies came out before 2000, believe me. Yeah, he's a QuailCon veteran, and he could also teach you how to process quail. James and Lane both can. Yeah, Buster. Andy's in Misery. Not far from the Arkansas border, though. Not far from the Razorback border. Well, a good walkie-talkie usually has 3 channels on it. Okay, yours had 10 channels. That's cool. But the cheap ones usually have 3. That's all I have to say about that, CB. I had one when I was 17 years old. It had 3 channels on it, at least. And I used to stand there and talk to the truckers as they drove around. Good one. So the first hour, we talked about different ways um, you can make extra income on your homestead. Boy, I hate that when the people downstairs are talking so loud that they're overdoing my headphones. But I think QuilCon's going to keep going. At QuilCon, you'll see the different ways people make money on their homesteads. Yeah, you can make jams and canned stuff. Personally, I freeze dry everything. I should have some freeze dried meals for QuilCon this year. Of course, I'll have my usual candy. And I may have some different jerky this year. Oh, mine is loudmouth talking. Well, CB, you can always come visit and help me process a bunch of rabbits in about a month. I do make money on freeze dried at QuilCon. Yes, I do Skittles, marshmallows, saltwater taffy. If I can get some Mary Jane candy, that would be great too. I do a lot of different kinds of candy. Matt, if I can get some fish, I'll do some more fish jerky. Matt bought my only fish jerky that I had. I did an experiment with it. That would be nice. But I need to have you come help me process a whole bunch of rabbits next month. Yeah, bit o' honey. Mary Jane's are like bit o' honey. Milk duds, taffy, and I don't know what high chews are, but I have done I can't think of the name of the candy. Oh, laugh taffy's good too. Yeah, the candy price is going up. I won't have dollar bags this year. It's going to be higher than dollar bags because the prices have went up greatly and my electricity's gone up quite a bit. So I have to increase my prices a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to be making some rabbit jerky out of the belly flaps. No, I don't like skunk weed. And I've got to try something that Ed told me to try doing. That's cut up pieces of jello and freeze dry it. Good morning, Katrina. Guess how many kits I have total right now? Well, thank you very much. Add 6 more. I have 18 babies right this minute. I had 2 born yesterday, 7 born on Monday, and I have 8 that are 4 weeks, 1 that is 3 week, 9, 16, 19. Wait a minute, I got 19 babies. I'm sorry, I got 19 babies. Yep, there's 12 people on chat, and I'd still be able. I've only got 8 that are ready for that can leave their mama. So if anybody wants me to bring them a rabbit to QuailCon, better get their order in soon. Yes, Katrina, I found a good place to harvest them. Right in the lot next door. There's already nails in the trees for me to hang things. Now even be able to use the choke chain method. Instead of the broomstick, because the broomstick, I'm too unbalanced for that. I almost fell doing the broomstick method. But I don't have a helper anymore. He let Lucy loose too many times in 1 week. And I was right. I ordered some more and I found my gloves. See, I found my gloves right after I ordered more. Well, if I get the harvesting tool that they have at the rabbitry center, I could hang that. I can put that on one of the trees. Excuse me. There's Gidro's Family Store, Farm Store, and Short Pickens Quail Store. Those are 2 NPIP certified, besides my shire that you can go to get eggs. Well, see, I've seen other people that use a piece of rebarb instead of a broomstick. That's smaller, but yeah, that's what I need to get is hold of is a hopper popper. Let me see if I can even order that on Amazon. Let me check here. Then I wouldn't have to worry about getting off balance. Well, they said hopper popper for rabbits, but I got everything but a hopper popper. Ah, nothing there. You got one for quail, but I don't see anything for rabbits on there. Yep, none of them show it. No luck in finding one on Amazon. Well, I can't even find one, Katrina. I think they say put it about waist high. That way you pull the legs up. Same with the chains. Let me see. I can't find their website. Yep. Okay. Wow. That's a heck of a lot of money. 62.50. That's a lot of money. Oh, okay, you can get one for $27. I think I could figure out something cheaper. Oh. Yeah, all you need is like a kind of like a V shaped with a metal bar on it. Choke chain is a lot cheaper. You got that right, Andy. Get a little overwhelmed here. My mind's going in 100 miles an hour. Are you talking about doing it the choke chain method, Andy? Yeah, I seen that too, Katrina. Okay, because there's other shows on. There's others that do the choke chain method that I've watched their videos on. Yeah, it was March 24th that no, March 10th that he had the accident. Thank you, CB, but take care of that headache. That's more important. Okay, you guys, I'll be back in a minute. I marked where I'm at. I have to take a call, and then I got to grab a rabbit. Okay, you guys, now I had to bring out. See, this baby is 3, 4, 5. Oh, they're 6 weeks old. I'm going to bring out one of the 6-week old. Let's see which one comes to me real quick. Well, I got a blackie here. I got 2 black and white ones that black ones that want to really show. Then I got a black and white one. I think this one is the runt. Hold still, baby. Nope, her call. She's too fanatic. Let me see here. Nope, none of them want to come out. And I don't feel like getting scratched up. So what I'll do is I'll bring out the one that is 5 weeks old. Oh yeah, she got good milk bellies. Okay. See, this is Blue's baby. See how pretty she is? and she was eating out of the feed truck, the J feeder, when I picked her up. And she's pretty calm. She's calm like her mama. And the babies that were born yesterday, they do have good milk bellies. And Smokey has decided that I need to look inside the box without moving them. Now, this one is 5 days old. And no, the eyes are not open. This one of Smokey's babies. Okay. There you go, baby. Thank you, Smokey. And she only did a little whimper then. So let me go back to see what I missed. Wow, a lot. Do you have a brand you like of those gloves? Nope. They're made in China, I'll tell you that much. Gloves are they're arm sleeves, but they really are. Breed is solid with a broken, and every baby was solid. I love not when genetics mess with the normal. I didn't have them on, Aunt Katrina, and I do have them. So you remember I couldn't find them, and I said as soon as I order them, I'll find them. So I ordered them, then I looked for them. No, the other set's supposed to come today. You have a blessed day, Matt. See you tonight. No, I'm a procrastinator. And when I procrastinate, that means I got hides. Yeah, all of her babies are like that. I have ate one of the rabbits, and it was very, very, very tasty. I had put the whole rabbit in a slow cooker and covered it with my condensed cream of mushroom soup and let it cook. And Lucy and I both enjoyed that. And then I put the rest of it in the freeze dryer. Well, this one would probably come from it comes from China, so And I said Lucy's name, so she's up here. Come on. Yes, you got permission. I cooked it in a slow cooker, Andy, with condensed cream of mushroom. And then after I got done eating it, I deboned the rest of it, mixed it up, and it's in the freezer waiting for the freeze me to have a full thing of freeze dryer stuff. Everybody saying hello, Lucy. Look at Lucy. Look, look, look. Look up here. Look up here, Lucy. See up here? Oh, it was good. You gotta watch it. They had some bones that are like a fish bone. They're so small and thin and white. And Katrina, it wasn't my arm that was getting scratched up, it was my chest. They got some long, scratchy claws when they're babies. Oh, yes. Okay, 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 okay. You need a bath. I think after I dispatch rabbits, you need a bath. So I have 3 to dispatch this weekend. And then in another month, I'll have 8 to dispatch. Then a month after that, I'll have 10 to dispatch. So I got into May, into June or early July to do dispatching, as well as this weekend. So end of April, end of May, and end of July. I don't even want to know how you declaw them. Because declawing cats is what it brings me up to, and that no, 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 no. I'll never do that again. I did it once. But then if you declaw them, Andy, then you can't have the whole rabbit foot. That's another thing I want to show you guys. Speaking of making money, I think it's time to take these out of the alcohol. So you use nail clippers. Let me get a special spoon so I can squeeze it all out. Hmm. Ah, there it is. Same spoon I used to use to save the egg whites from my quail eggs. There's one rabbit foot. Hey, Aaron. Now look at this rabbit tail, you guys. That's a big rabbit tail. It's to dry it so you don't have to worry about it. Um, I think it's better if I do it in the freeze dryer, to tell the truth. But everyone's trying to tell me to try it in alcohol, so that's what I did. There's another rabbit foot. Now we're coming to the front feet, because those were the back feet. There's a nice little rabbit foot. And you still got the claws on those. Yeah, I want them straight. I don't want them bent. But that tail, look at that tail. It's got a black streak on one side of it. Now let me close that up and put it away. Now I'm going to take one of these trays so there'll be air circulating. There's the tail, a foot, a foot, a foot, and a foot. That way the air can circulate and they can dry. And that was strong alcohol. Yeah, that was like 97%. It's to sterilize and to dry them out. Yes, dry as alcohol soak and rising. That was the top of the tail with a black stripe. Yeah, that's the part that's usually against the back. Yeah, I always thought the same way, 'cause well, I'm not gonna be washing them. The alcohol smell will go away when they thaw out. Cause I use, like, that 97% or 99% alcohol. There you go. I think next time I'm just gonna put mine through the freeze dryer. That way it only takes a day instead of a week, 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. But those 24-hour babies, they had fat bellies this morning when I went and checked a little bit ago. Yeah, I think, you can do the same thing in boric acid. I mean, not boric acid, but, borax, the laundry booster. That'll dry them out too if you don't have that. Yeah, and they also use the 90% for bed bugs. See, but you don't wanna use rubbing alcohol, and you don't want to use borax if you're gonna give them as animal treats. Whereas if you do it in the freeze dryer, you can use it for animal treats, you can use them for, jewelry and everything else. I tell you what, Aaron, they are so good to eat. If you're too busy for cooking, just put them in the slow cooker with condensed cream of mushroom soup, and 3 hours later, you got a meal to die for. I'm a firm believer you can cook anything in a slow cooker with condensed cream of mushroom soup. It'll make everything taste beautiful. Now I need a coffin nail. Well, it's homegrown salad, so you know it's going to be good. You got that right in more ways than one, cuz. Uh-huh. Eating food away from the rabbits. Hey, Andy, a person you should talk about on the conversation we've been having off and on is Linda Easton Waller. Eaton Waller, rather. She could probably figure out a way to help you with that. How much did he tell you had to lose, Aaron? Oh, wow. Or you can take the other Aaron's advice. Good morning, 2 Acres Homestead. Better late than never. You can always rewatch the first hour to learn, because that's where we handle the topic of the show about making more money on your farm or your homestead. Anyhow, you should check out Aaron Kirby's or Kilby's website, the carnivore diet. He was in that problem anyhow, the same as you had. Hey, 2 Acres, what animals do you have? Because then I can give you a quick list on different ways that you can generate more income on your homestead if you're not already using them. Because if you have quail, You have about 2 dozen. I couldn't do it because I have a problem handling meat protein. Okay. You got a dozen chickens. Do you have them for meat and eggs or just meat? Dawn's away from the keyboard listening while she's fixing breakfast. Have you thought about quail and rabbits? Okay. So you get about 30 eggs a week. Yes, you can get in the space that you have for your dozen chickens, you could raise a couple hundred quail for meat and eggs. That's why they're in cages. These are animals that you keep in cages that doesn't take up much room. And quail and rabbits can also be used as raw food for the dogs, as well as feeding your family. Then there's a lot of different things, even from do you make, well, you don't, you just use them for eggs. Are you going to do meat chickens this year? We were all newbies at one time. Do you know how I got started on quail? I was watching a lot of homesteading channels. I live in an apartment, and you have Ames Family Homestead, Keeping It Dutch, and Hidden Heights Farm. I used to call them the Three Musketeers, and they started getting quail eggs. And I watched them learning about quail. And so I asked Kevin at Heights Farm how I could get some quail eggs. And he sent me a dozen of quail eggs. He knew nothing about how to mail things out or anything. So out of that dozen, I got 2 birds. And but I only had one that actually lived any length of time. Well, I was so new at it, I wasn't even getting eggs because the cage was in the front room where my dog was. So even though they got along, the quail didn't feel safe enough to lay any eggs. But that introduced me to quail, and I liked the quail. And so I started ordering from other places, and I got some bad experience on shipped eggs. It wasn't from the eggs that were being shipped that was bad. It was the people that were shipping the eggs that were doing too much inbreeding, so I ended up with a lot of problem birds. And then I ran into Slightly Redneck and found out about quail from there. And he advertised my Shire Farm, and that was about 5 years ago. And when I got with them, that's where I got my first quail eggs from. And now I've got 3 breeders that I trust and that Nightbot advertised for that are all NPIP certified. So they all guarantee at least a 50% hatch rate. Yeah, if I had 2 acres, I would be getting dwarf goats or pygmy goats, either one of the two, Nigerian dwarfs or some of the pygmies. And welcome back, PJ. But then I got with Andy Rabbit, and I started rabbits last year from QuailCon. And that's another thing you can check into because you can learn a lot of things. Well, see, goats do great on that kind of property. But here, 2 acres, I'll drop some links that can help you. This one will help you learn about quail so you can be very self sufficient when you're starting. Then you watch Nightbot, and Nightbot does a lot of advertising for me. That is good. Yeah, I got Buster into quail years ago. Yeah, and if you're gonna do fencing, you better get rid of horns, or you're gonna have to walk your fencing to make sure the ones that are stuck can get loose. There you go. There's a testimonial right there. And at least 99% of the people in here have quail, or 95%, we'll put it. Oh, wow. See, I don't use rubber. I can understand that. What state are you in, 2 acres? Are you doing any of your testing yourself? Or are you just going on their video? Oh, you're in upstate South Carolina. Okay. I think it depends on where you get your rubber balls at. Because I looking at some of them, you have to make sure they're 100% rubber. It could be the rainwater. You have to test it out of something glass as well as out of the water balls. Yeah, recycled rubber is the bad one. And that's why I suggest testing glass as well as water. Even distilled water could have things in it that you don't want. You'd have to get sterilized water, which is more than distilled. But distilled would be better than tap water or rainwater. Yeah, but it depends on the glass too, Dawn. You have to double test everything. But if you use test tubes, they should be pure. So the main thing is know what you're using. Well, 2 acres, you have to take everything you learn from YouTube with a grain of salt because some of them do a lot of fear mongering. So I would say get food grade buckets and if you're going to use rainwater, well, cuz be careful you don't get electrocuted too. But if you use some food grade buckets to catch the water in, test that water first and then put it into the rubber bowls and test that too. Yeah, but you may not like the zigzags on your body. That's what I got to do today. I got to work on my garden, my green towers. Be careful, cuz, and good luck because I want to see you at QuailCon. Be right back. I got to get a peppermint patty to clean my mouth out with. Ouch. Well, I wanted to show you guys some of my sweet potato slips that I can't plant yet. See all these sweet potato slips? They've all got roots on them. And I still have more on the potatoes growing. What kind of tree you taking down? 2 acres? Because you can save that for um, fencing posts if you cut it up right and everything. Ah, okay. Well, you have a blessed day, 2 acres. It is almost 12:30, and Miss Lucy needs to go out pretty soon. So everybody have a blessed day. And if you think of any other ideas that I didn't discuss, message them to me or email them to me. So everybody have a blessed day, and I'll see you tonight on Matt's live stream.